Good afternoon, everybody. For the next 7 minutes, I want you to reimagine intelligence. I want you to reimagine the way a banker interacts with his clients. As an example, today, when a client goes to his banker to seek financial advice, the banker is faced with a deluge of CRM data, transaction numbers, revenue information, mortgage data. The banker is overwhelmed. Despite all of this very useful data, the banker fails to fully translate this into increased sales. The banker doesn't sell his client the best product. The banker sells him the product that he knows best. And why is this? The banker is not lazy. The banker is not incompetent. The banker is not indifferent. No, he's overwhelmed. Overwhelmed by his bank's vast suite of products. Overwhelmed by hundreds of lines of data in his CRM. Overwhelmed by an ever-changing regulatory landscape. So now I want you to reimagine this situation. Reimagine a situation where the banker embraces this data. He craves it and uses it to sell the right product to the right customer and at the right time. Reimagine this situation with Yseop. Yseop is artificial intelligence software that revolutionizes the sales cycle, and I'm going to show you how. So we're going to imagine that Arden is a client of Bank One. He's in his early 50s, and he's logged into his personal banking space to learn more about his retirement. Some of the questions have been filled in for him because we're connected to the data we have about him in our CRM, and other questions he's going to be answering on his own. Arden?
As you can see, I have completed this diagnosis, and I'm clicking on See My Personalized Retirement Diagnosis. And with one click, Yseop generates for me a completely personalized retirement plan based on the information that I've shared. However, Yseop finds a problem. Based on my current level of income, based on the amount of money that I'm willing to set aside, I can't retire at 65, at least not with the retirement that I want. So Yseop suggests that I go ahead and complete a second diagnosis, which I'll do. Let's say that I retire just a little bit later. I set aside just a little bit more money, and I've identified a little bit of extra capital to put towards my retirement. With one click, Yseop writes for me a completely personalized retirement plan again, taking into account the new information that I've shared with the system.
That's pretty incredible. Yseop has basically taken all of the data that we have about Arden from the answers he gave and the retirement planning simulation and converted it into natural language, giving him personalized recommendations and argumentation, telling him why a particular retirement product suggestion is suited to his needs and profile. But that's just one step in the sales cycle. We can imagine that Arden's my client and I'm his advisor. I'm a few miles away in my office, and if we click on Agent Alerts, we'll see that Yseop is going to automatically write for me an alert, basically telling me that Arden has just filled out this simulation and it's a prime time for me to pick up my phone and call him. All of the key points are summarized for me, written automatically in natural language. Yseop is also going to be there for me when I pick up my phone and I actually call him. If we go to call script, we'll see that Yseop provides me with personalized talking points to use when I pick up my phone and call Arden while he's still thinking about this. Yseop is also there for me when Arden objects, providing me with the rebuttals to use to overcome his objections. And finally, Yseop is going to be there for me when I actually naturally convince him to come meet with me because I'm so persuasive, thanks to Yseop, and to generate automatically, thanks to EasyMail, a confirmation email summarizing the contents of our conversation as well as confirming the meeting time and date. All of this generated automatically in plain language. So let's move forward in the sales cycle. That's pretty impressive, but let's imagine what happens next. It's the day of the meeting. It's 9:15 in the morning. I can say that I've arrived at work late because I was stuck in a tube strike, for example. I've done no preparatory work. Arden's coming in less than 20 minutes. I should be in bad shape, but I'm not. Because with one click of a button, Yseop generates for me a prep to meeting report that you see on the screen in front of you, summarizing, once again, all of the key points about the banking client banking relationship between me and Arden, telling me again what he filled out in his retirement simulation, and providing me with all of the tools I need to make a successful sale. So fast forward 15 minutes later, I'm with Arden, I'm prepared for my meeting, I've read this prepped meeting report, and I'm not concerned. Yseop is also going to be there for me, providing me with the right questions to ask Arden when conducting my meeting. You did say you wanted to retire at 68, right, Arden?
This information's all correct.
Well, let's press submit, and we see that I confirm and collect this information, and Yseop provides me with personalized talking points to use to really reinforce the messaging that Arden has been receiving since the very beginning, since the retirement planning simulation. Arden, how did I do? Did I convince you to buy this product?
You certainly did. I'm going to go ahead with your suggestion, Elizabeth.
We'll say that the sale is successful, but that's not enough. I know Arden is a pretty demanding client, and he probably wants some kind of information that he can have on hand to remind him of why we picked the products that we did.
Oh, you bet. I want to know exactly what I agreed to. I want to know the arguments you used, and I want this in plain English. I don't want a legal document.
No problem. Easymail to the rescue. With just one click of a button, Easymail is going to generate for me an email to send Arden summarizing our conversation, as well as all of the reasoning used behind the products that he decided to go through with.
Yeah, that's great, but you said you automate the entire sales process. You're just going to forget about me, I've bought your product, and you're done?
I'll never forget about you, Arden. You're one of my favorite clients, and I don't want you to go to one of my competitors. So I'm going to use Easymail to follow up with you. Let's say a year later, click on follow-up email, and we can see that Easymail generates an email for me to send to Arden automatically, just checking in with him, seeing how things are going with the products that he purchased, and also trying to sell him a few new ones. So thank you for your time. You've just seen how Yseop has revolutionized the entire sales cycle. We'd love to show you a few more demonstrations and discuss what Yseop can do for you and your business afterwards.